Hello, this is Mark from 2Dog RC. Welcome back. We're going to do our vehicle setup wizard on our inversion 300 quad with our Revo, which would also work for your CC3d on release 14.10. So here's our ground control software installed. We're going to go up here to Tools and Vehicle or Transmitter Setup Wizard. We already did the vehicle one in the previous video, which was awesome, by the way. Alright, now this says it's going to set to always disarm. So that is a safety precaution. Make sure your motors don't spin. As you can see here, we don't have any propellers on. We should never have propellers on when we work on our multi-rotors. It's very bad. So we're going to hit OK. What this is going to do is set up your signals to your transmitter receiver and make sure everything works. So what you're going to have to do is make sure that your receiver is powered by plugging in your flight battery. There we go. I'm using a Mad Dog 2800. I'm going to run on this ship. So now everything's powered. The USB into here, even though the lights are flashing on your control board, your receiver is not powered. It needs your flight battery. So we got that in. Now we're going to go through this wizard here. Again, always read the instructions. I know I'm talking, but it's good just to kind of go through and read these as well. The transmitter I'm using is a Taranis X9D, and it is mode 2. Or it's an AcroHelk transmitter, excuse me. It's mode 2, which means throttle and rudder on the left, ailerons, elevator and ailerons on the right. This is the standard US configuration. Hit next. Alright, so we're going to start here again. We got mode 2. Okay, now it's going to ask us to move our throttle stick. You can see the little picture right here. So it's kind of telling you words and pictures, which makes it easy. So I move my throttle stick until it stops moving. Boom, doesn't take much. Now my roll. So you just kind of follow the pictures. Your pitch and your yaw. Now it's going to tell you to move your toggle switch. Now your Taranis, you got to set your switches up, so make sure you've done that. I always use SB as my flight mode. So we're going to flip this one. Sometimes you have to do it a couple times for the switches. There it goes. Now accessories, you can set accessories up here. This would be for flight tuning and stuff like that. I always set them up so they're there, and then you can assign them functions later. So I'm going to use this one as 0, and I use this S2 as the other one. Now accessory 2, I don't have anything on that one, so I just hit skip. Now it says center everything. So make sure these are in the middle. Everything that you've tuned, make sure it's in the middle. Throttle, that's the only one you really have to set there. Everything's in the middle, hit next. Now I have to move it forward. So move all the controls all the way, just like you see in the picture. You see I'm moving everything all around. And then when you stop, they should be right where you put them. What this is doing is saying the high and low end points. Move everything, and your flight mode switch. So when you leave it, it should be perfect and not jittering. If you didn't do it right, they'll jitter, or it's not set right. Now, next, make sure everything moves the right way. See how I'm pushing down, but if you see here, the stick goes up. So when you reverse our pitch, and see that yaw is good, or a roll is good, throttle is good, yaw is correct. Your flight mode switches, you can do whatever you want with those. You can't select those. I know on JR radios you have to do something different. For Taba radios, something different. So that's all. Make sure everything matches on the picture and your radio. Hit next, and now it's done. Now we just you can see everything moving, and everything should be right where you put it on your radio. Should match this picture. Now everything's done here. We'll hit next. Now it takes you automatically to this how you want to arm your quad. Me personally, I always do yaw left, but see here you could do one of your accessory switches. It turns it on and off, so you could pick however you want to do. I have yaw left. Then you hit save, and that's done. Now what I do here, so that's your transmitters all set up. For flying, you come over here to stabilization. Got a whole bunch of options. These default settings work really well. Even I kind of move this one down a little bit, and then what I do is I put up settings bank 2, and I move this one to right about the P, right about there. And you can also go into advanced and change things as well. And then yes, no, I don't want to proceed. I'm not going to actually, yeah, I'll do that. I'll hit save. And then what I like to do for flying modes, my flight switches, you got 3 flight modes and 3 PID banks, so you can really change stuff up. I always fly Ratitude, which is auto level when your stick's in the middle, and then the further out you go, it goes into rate mode. And then axis lock for mode 1 for takeoff. My takeoff settings are really low. I have like a baby mode kind of, also I can let people fly. Rate, so this would be my more advanced mode, and I'm going to use bank 2. And then this one I use the new Acro Plus flight mode. And I'm still kind of playing with that, so I have those PIDs set at the bank 1, which is baby mode. So as you can see here, you can see your flight mode switch moves there. So you got stabilize 1, 2, and 3, stabilize 1, 2, and 3. This is my takeoff mode, which is usually very mellow. And then this is my have fun mode. And then this is even more, I'm learning to fly acro mode. So that's all you got to do, and always make sure you hit save. Now if you look down here, my ship's a little crooked because of where it's sitting, but once you're done, you shouldn't have any plant. This is orange because there's no GPS, but no reds. Reds are bad. If you did, you just have to really start all over. But that's how we do the vehicle setup wizard, and I'll show you some more videos later on. Thank you, and if you need some information, visit us at 2dogrc.com.